So today we're upgrading the machine heads on a classical guitar. This is a Sanchez classical guitar, roughly 500 British pounds, so not a hugely expensive classical guitar, but it's mine and I love it. But I did compromise on the machine heads a little. These don't hold the guitar in great tune all the time, which is the reason why I'm upgrading them to these, which I found on the internet for roughly £20. I think they were on eBay. So these will hold the guitar in better tune. Also, the string 6 machine head has become very, very, very stiff. So, time for an upgrade. Before we start, make sure you've got the tools for the job, which are precision Phillips screwdriver, new strings, you may as well, string winder to get the strings off, snips to make sure to cut the strings after you put them on, some lemon oil, which we're going to use while the strings are off to nourish the fretboard, and some polish afterwards, and of course the new machine heads. I've checked the distance between the circuit, the center of the holes, so check that before you order new ones, but they're usually pretty standard. So here we go. I'm going to take the strings off first and then apply the lemon oil. One sec. So now I'm applying some lemon oil, which both cleans and nourishes the fretboard. Gets all the old gunk off, obviously lovely sweat and dead skin cells from your fingers. Lovely stuff. I'm working it gently into the frets and spraying the lemon oil onto the cloth, not onto the guitar. There's no need to go crazy with it. It's quite thick stuff, powerful stuff, so don't use too much, but just enough to work into the wood, so it gives a nice finish. So once you're done, it shouldn't feel wet to the touch. Okay, while I'm here as well, I've got some guitar polish. I'm going to just give my soundboard a quick polish while the strings are off. It's the only time you can get rid of all the gunk in the bridge too. Okay, I'm going to remove the old machine heads. Okay, so strings are off, guitar's been cleaned, a coat of lemon oil on the fretboard. So, moment of truth. Precision screwdriver, just make sure it fits the screws nice and snug, and just take off the old screws. Not rocket science. Okay, so the screws are out, and I'm just really gently prizing this away from the guitar now. There we are, just really gently so as not to mark the guitar. And it should pull out. And there we are, the machine head's free. Now, if we're lucky, the screw holes are going to be exactly the same. Yeah. And not quite the same. So, two of them are. So we're going to need to screw them in and make new holes. Which is no big deal because these machine heads will now be permanent. And there we are. So our machine heads are on. Happy days. One thing I had to do, however, was use the old screws. You can see here, the old screw was much shorter than the screws supplied with the new machine heads, and this would have gone through the wood. So just double check that the screws supplied with your new machine heads are the same as the old ones. These are silver, not gold, but they're barely discernible. So, but it's better than screwing through the wood. So just check that. Now I'm going to repeat the process for the other side, and then we'll be done.